Well then, hello and welcome back to the horrible madness that is Factorio SeaBlock. Now, last we left off, I got very fed up with various things and rushed a few this and that's to get sulfuric acid and the processing of slag into slag slurry and subsequently into mineral sludge. Now, after we did that, I left a few things unfinished, let's put it like that. One thing I left unfinished is this pump, which, I mean, maybe I can take something from here and move it through all this mess to down here, but it's probably easier to just have that pump. I also didn't put in all these inserters, which we're gonna need. Which also means that this one's not currently producing anything. And we need to find a way to deal with sulfuric wastewater before we can actually get to proper things, proper this and that. But with all that out of the way, we can start working on, well, getting science so that this process doesn't need to be quite as slow, because this is slow in producing sulfur. Yes, I don't want... Yeah, okay, sure. Sure, do that. That's good. Do that. Okay. Good. Here. Right. We also probably want to be sure that the power is not crashing now that we are using some of that charcoal for filtering. It's gonna be necessary. And I didn't explain what I'm actually doing, so let me get back to actually doing that. So the first thing we need is that offshore pump. And we need also inserters. Right. So what happens is the following. This washing plant gets viscous mud water and washes that into, well, mud. No, it gets heavy mud. No, it gets right. Viscous mud water and washes that into heavy mud water. And when doing that, you get hydrogen sulfide gas. This hydrogen sulfide can then be burned with oxygen, yielding, in theory, water and sulfur. But this mod is kind enough to ignore that this should yield purified water. Maybe that's not kindness, maybe that's just making things more complicated, now that I think of it. Well, we get sulfur. And the sulfur we can then burn with additional oxygen to get sulfur dioxide, which we can then dissolve in purified water to get sulfuric acid. So far, so uncomplicated. This sulfuric acid is then used to dissolve slag into a so-called slag slurry, which we can then filter with additional purified water into sulfuric wastewater and so-called mineral sludge. This mineral sludge can then magically be crystallized into anything we want, because reasons, magic, whatever. And that in turn allows us to generate resources we need. For now, since we are, well, waiting for iron most of the time, I set it up such that it crystallizes sapphirite. which yields more iron per crushed saffrite. So many inserters. Right. Now, let's see that in action. We basically get these charcoal filters, and using them to filter this uses up the charcoal inside the filter. We get 3 filter frames from that back. Later there's going to be a different recipe which doesn't use up charcoal, but instead needs to be washed. We don't have that for now. Now this produced 4 sets of mineral sludge, so that's 200, which means that we get saffrite ore from it. Overall, this process is much more resource efficient in comparison to some others, but it has the obvious disadvantage of requiring more steps, like a lot more steps, which is, well, acceptable, especially since scaling these steps will also be useful, and we can later use the sulfuric wastewater to get back some sulfur while getting purified water and some mineralized water, which we then can crystallize or use for a different recipe of obtaining mineral sludge. Now, while I'm waiting for more iron to build these inserters, I might as well continue moving around the power. Right. That way we can get rid of most of this mess. And place these back here. Right. Good. This is the reuse. This is nice. Perfect. Now we are taking these crystallized saffrites, putting them in here, which should get us more saffrite, which should get us more iron. So if we look at the production graph for iron ore now, let's not look at that, let's actually look at crushed saffrite. Drop this one. We can see that we're getting a lot more of that. It seems to stabilize around somewhere around here, which is good. Which is not just good, it's great actually, because it will allow us to scale power a bit, mostly through scaling these algae farms. Yes. Yes. Good. I feel like Emperor Palpatine. Good. Let the power flow through you. Or something along those lines. We're generating more brown algae than we can use up with a single assembling machine one, it seems. Right. now that that's done, here I wanted more of these. Well, more inserters first, but yeah. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. One inserter and 5, so that's 11. 11 inserters. Oh boy. Yeah, this is nothing. Right. Now. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's great, in fact. Let's switch that one over. Take these. Wow. I like that a lot. And as you can see, we prefer using this liquefier because of the way the splitter is set up. I didn't talk about it much, but basically you can tell the splitter to filter for certain items and to take items from one side of the input in preferred, or output them to a side preferred, which allows you to do filtering stuff, prioritizing stuff. It's extremely useful. Extraordinarily useful, as some people might say. Right, so 3 here. But we need 11, well at least 6 for a minimum viable. Chain, oh come on. Yes, thank you. I should use those up. Right. Oh, now I need to look back at the production block here and check at product input. Why do I generate excess cellulose fiber? That doesn't make sense. I want you to ignore the assembler limitations. I'll not have any. Right. Good. I want a belt. A belt of charcoal in a minute, basically. Ooh, that is nice, because I'm way beyond that. Let's make that a yellow belt. It's double. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's make that 50, I guess. Right, still just need a single one. Okay, let's make that 100. Or I could just switch to seconds, actually. Yeah, okay, sure. This assembling machine can use up a lot of these. I'll need to actually. I can just look at those recipes. That's 27 seconds for 2. This needs 8 in 2 seconds. That's crazy fast. That is bonkers. Oh right, that's 3 seconds. Okay, never mind. So that's you need 4 of these crafts for 1 of these crafts. So that's basically 12 seconds for 2 seconds. So that's 6 to 1. Should be 6 assemblers to a single one. So we can basically expand this, double this again before we run into limitations on this assembling machine. Which is especially useful considering that we are gonna need... Oh, come on! Why did you lose a filter frame? That makes no sense. Do I have any? No, I don't. What the? What just happened there? It's weird. Let's make another 5 as well. Right, is that actually just... Oh, yeah, sure, it's literally just full. Great. Never mind that then. I might need a clarifier for that. Just because I don't think I want to store any of it just right now. Because until I can do wastewater processing, right? That's, yeah. Oh, that's the next research. Okay, that's great. I'll just annotate that. Fix me. Next research. Water treatment. In case I forget. Right. So we're gonna need an overflow valve and a clarifier. That should work as intended. Keyword should. No guarantees. Never. Never any guarantees. We can move that over here. Replace this one with the copper pipe. If we get around to using any copper pipes, thank you. And I don't want... Yeah, sure. Right, okay. Is it full again? No, it's not. Okay. Good, give me that. Overflow... Going here. Clarifier. Yeah, I know it's not powered. Don't be so whiny. Right. Okay. Okay, that's workable, I think. Oh. Oh boy. Now this is where automatically switching recipes would come in handy. And there actually are mods out there that can do that. But I don't have any of them installed, and I couldn't merge the output from the chest back into here that easily. I should investigate doing that, but whatever. Whatever! I need all the 6 of these. And then I need 2 of those, so that's 36. Just to be sure that we're not losing any of that. 10. Now we need to get our science back working. Right. Today it's not tea I have for a drink, but water with a little bit of syrup. The pipes in my house make it so the water tastes not to my liking. It's not bad, but it's just not to my liking. So I'm not using that. Right. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 1. Right. Yeah, that's some sulfur we have here. But as you can see, this takes positively ages. You get 5 hydrogen sulfide gas every 5 seconds. And this process needs 60 sulfide gas. So you need, what is that? 12 crafts, I think. 12 crafts. And as you can see, there's also the matter of losing fluids to floating point mechanics. Blah. Fluid mechanics are weird in Factorio, in some sense of the word. Right, here you get that. And I get that. And you can switch. Right. As you may notice, I'm deliberately prioritizing landfill right now, because that's basically the next step to get to expanding things in a way that doesn't break various other things. Right. Hi, I want that. And I don't have an assembling machine there, which is unhelpful. What do they need? 19 iron plates. Okay, sure. Should have 5. Give me that. Sure. Oh, and this one's not rotated correctly. Good. There we go. Okay. What was it about farming? Nope. Water treatment takes precedence. Definitively takes precedence. Yeah, that's great. We're caching some here, that's... I put that in there. Give me that. This is my stash. You can switch to this again. Yeah, because that's 50. Good. I'm gonna be probably switching around a lot, and as you can see, the charcoal for the filtering is also not automated yet, so it's gonna take a bit more manual labor than you'd reasonably want, but it's all right. Ah, it's just perfectly fine. Right. Fine. Give me that. Give me those. What are you waiting on? Wow, this takes positively ages. Right, let's drop some in here. I'm good. Next steps. Next, I wanted to expand this mess to get all the solar power out of my way, basically. That's what I wanted. Give me that. And I'm doing this particular landfilling just to make things look nicer. Just a teeny tiny bit nicer. There we go. Good. Want that. Want that. Put those there. Put those there. Hello, thank you. Good. Right. Next step. I need another hydro plant sooner or later. Now I think I'm gonna stick with this mess. See, that's a full stack. That's 110. I may need a chest here, and I want to limit that. The chest is necessary such that this inserter and this inserter equally share all charcoal that comes in here. As soon as I have to enable this, once I scale the power a bit. That's what that chest is for. If you have a belt to move these items around, you don't need the chest in between. But belts, of course, have a throughput limitation that can be exceeded pretty easily once you get around to using more inserters than just one. And once you get around to increasing inserter stack size and other various researches, at that point inserters just become faster in a way. And it also solves various troubles, if I may be so vague. Right. Wow, almost half an hour over again. Right. As you can see, this sulfuric wastewater is just clarified if necessary. And this slurry coal filtering, I don't want the slurry to be clarified. It's perfect. It's gonna become increasingly important to deal with these, because in these ore assembling things there's gonna be a recipe for choosing which particular ore you want, which allows you to deal with this mess in a wholly different fashion. Because right now we have the problem that while there is iron ore here, this one is just locked into copper, which we don't want it to be, because the current bottleneck here is iron. So that way we can choose which ore we want, and that in turn allows us to better provide downstream consumers with the materials that they need for construction, right? As it is right now, though, this just isn't a viable option. So we're not doing it right now. That's the whole thing. All right, hi, that. Thank you. 3, 1, 3, and well, so much for that. Hi, put that there. Good. Right. Now that that's out of the way, this is great. And I probably need another 5 of these, but that's another 15 iron. I'm just making sure that the power doesn't suddenly break or anything. At the danger of producing more brown algae than I can reasonably handle in this stage of the game. Yeah. It's just gonna be fine. Nothing to worry about. Right. Slag. Here, have some slag. And yeah, you can switch over. Do that. At this point, I'm contemplating adding another furnace to that. That would also work. Oh, and this one needs to be refueled soon. Right. Just because the throughput of that furnace apparently is just not enough to deal with all the resources that are getting input here. Which is a good problem to have, but it's a problem nonetheless, so... yeah! Smelting is slow. The alternative would of course be to actually get towards the next level of dealing with resources, which is metallurgy smelting, where we need a blast furnace, and then oh boy, yeah, and then a casting machine, well, a blast furnace, an induction furnace, and then a casting machine. So for a single chain of that, we need 12 steel here, another 9, so that's 20, no, 12, another 12, so that's 24, and another 24, so that's 48 steel. You need 48 steel for a single setup to handle ores in a quicker fashion. That's just straight up bananas. Straight up bananas. Let's see, I should have, yeah, I have, can I can, is it gonna be, yeah, that's probably fine. It's gonna be fine. This. Yeah, I wanted water treatment. That's what I wanted. I don't want groundwater bores. Is it not helpful? That's gonna be helpful, right? Hi, you drop into the furnace. Have some power. And I'm gonna get some fuel for you. Here. Have some fuel. Good. Now this goes there. Right, this is the part where it could get funky, because I can now craft filter inserters. And these filter inserters are great in, oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, never mind, that's gonna have to wait. Well, I can tell you what they're great for. They're great to select which resources you want to apply. But apparently power is suffering, so we gotta go fix that. Right? So the first thing we need is steam engines. 31 iron! Oh boy. It's just a teeny tiny bit. And I don't want to place an iron chest there. It's not gonna get used. It's just straight up not gonna get used. Yes. I have that. Did I? Good. Good. I don't want that. And this is gonna get iron. That's great. This is also gonna work just fine. I think I will remove this one, in fact, and then I can replace that. That way, these two inserters are deciding where the resources go, and that should work. I'm not 100% sure, but it should work. No guarantees, but we're gonna find out. Right. And when you can select which resources you want to pass around, you can splice this chain into something more reasonable. Let's put it like that. So you'd put these two like they are, and you'd have one inserter and one inserter like that, and then you'd be able to have a chest. Come here. A chest around there, and then a filter inserter that picks up the crushed stone and moves that into some place so it can be reused, or that it's whatever. And another filter inserter that picks up the iron chest weird nonsense stuffs, whatever. And then you can have that go into someplace else for further sorting, so you can put it into an ore sorting facility depending on what you need, right? That's the whole idea of filter inserters. Now, with that out of the way, yes, I don't want this to be... I see the problem. I see the problem. Hi, I want you to be stone, you to be copper. Iron and copper. So my assumption was wrong. Straight up. Straight up wrong. I need to deal with that. Right. Now that that's out of the way, I need a steam engine. I already have this stuff, so I can just plonk these down. Did I? No, I didn't. Now I do. Right, this is... So we added to our power capacity, and I need to find out why we are using all that much power. The change was probably... Ore crusher. Liquefier? I don't want these accumulators. Those are just... This is background noise. I added an algae farm that might have pushed it over the edge. Right? Yeah, it does look like that pushed it over the edge. Considering. Yeah, I added 2 algae farms. And the assembling machines are working more as well. And the crystallizer also, I added that, and that also draws quite an amount of power. So with that, right, cool, water treatment. The next thing is gonna be, what's it gonna be? Green algae. That needs mineralized water and carbon dioxide. I don't want to do that. Ooh, but it gets the better algae farm. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, this makes things complicated, right? And at this point, oh boy. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go for farming now to get towards that that tree for power thing. Even though it's gonna use up that much iron. I don't like that. I don't like using up that much iron. I think I might just go for these smelting processes. Let's do advanced copper smelting, we're gonna need it anyways. Good. Water treatment is complete, so that's what I'm gonna set up now, actually. Because it allows us to again, it gets us access to a bit more sulfur, which is extremely useful. Right, apparently that broke it. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. I want you. Right, that just works fine. Now, where's the water treatment? I didn't build it. I need 25 iron, I have 4. Oh boy. That's 10. Give me these. Drop them in here. More resources. Alright. This is working fine. These are working fine. This is a mess. Come here, give me that. This should be working now. Shouldn't have an issue. Right? How did that? Why was there an electric pool? Why do I have it here? This is nicer. Slightly nicer. Right. Okay. Good. Put all we can in there. Yeah, it's just not. It's just not enough. And we already have 600 alginic acid. That's also slowly growing over our heads. Right. Make me these. Give me that. I don't want to carry all that around. I don't need all that much. Right, where was I? That thing. Now how do I do that? I wanted to move it over there. This way I can. And I can wire it up with the... Right, that should work. I just need underground pipes. I need some underground pipes. Right, this can be replaced. And this mess can be replaced, and I can just clear that out. Right. Add some more of these, just to keep replacing them. As I mentioned, I want to minimize the amount of underground pipes I'm using, just because they are not reusable inside machines, right? So I'm gonna need 2 of those, that's for sure. One to get around here, and I might get... Wow. That's unfortunate. That is pretty unfortunate. Right, okay, so you're gonna have to move like here. Does that work? That does work. Okay, great. All of this mess goes to up here. Alright, this. Good. This could bridge that gap. Okay, great. Good. That's gonna work. That's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I need 25 iron plates. Still. Right. Oh boy. Yes, those go there. And those filter frames go there. And the charcoal goes there. I forgot about those. For just a second. And as I predicted, it's gonna be a lot of manual moving stuff around. Why did I build that? Right. I need to check whether... I don't know which way around those go. I don't know which way around those go. Right. I can remove this and this and this and this. That way we don't have to deal with the mess, basically. Nice, that's 25, that's perfectly alright. I picked up the copper I didn't want. Whatever. Hi. Build that. I want you to be doing... Yeah, I figured. Good. Here have some copper pipes. Here have some copper pipes. And have some power. Now, an inserter. Like around here. Do that. Give me that. And now I just need to sometimes ferry the sulfur from here to over there. Good! I can actually make alerts now, I think. Oh, no, I can't. Interesting. Speaker? Speaker? No. Whatever. It's not like they're important in the early game. And yes, this is still very much the early game. Wow. I recall we fixed that. Yes, more green algae. And this is done. More power. More power is the first order of business. Yet again, I just want this to be fixed properly. Oh, come on. Yes. I keep forgetting that the game doesn't like me doing that. Good. Now this could be scaled again, and this can be scaled as well. Right. Always, always keep the power graph in mind. Now in the last hour, yeah, it looks pretty okay actually. Here I'm not using up all that much of this. I mean, yeah, 500, 3.5K. Right, that's the slag slurry consumption. That was when I moved the inserter, didn't I? Did I? Whatever. And this is the production for the slurry. Right. So if you look at that, this is pretty much constant over the last 10 minutes. After we added back that, yeah, that's where we added back the water pump. That's what we did. Okay. And then we can look at the production of sulfur dioxide gas. Yeah, that's a bit terrible, I think. Why is that so terrible? Ah, because the usage of sulfuric acid is... Right, that's how that works. Okay, great. And as you can see, this machine is easily dealing with the things that we throw at it. Right, I think I want a top-up valve here. No, I want the top-up valve here to... God damn it. To avoid generating more purified water than I need. Which would of course require sand water and power and yada yada yada. 42 iron plates, are you shitting me? I assume that means this hasn't been running in ages. And I think it's safe to say that was a pretty fair assumption. Right. Top-up valve. That's what I was talking about. The chemical furnace. Chemical furnace. Hi, you need that. And probably, yeah, of course you need it. Sure. Be like that. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's bad. That is bad. I do not like seeing this, because that this chest is empty is a bad sign. It means we're using up more charcoal than we're producing. Give me 10 minutes. Yeah. Now the production is 800, but the consumption, I wonder. Roughly 4K. Yeah, we're skirting the line. That's not good. That's just not good. Okay. We really do be skirting the line. Wow. A single lab is not enough to deal with the science throughput that we're generating. It's been a while since that happened to me. What are you missing? Copper? No, it's wooden boards, isn't it? Yeah, it's wooden boards. Hi. Give me, like, that or something. And then I want to make... Full paper needs 2 cellulose pulp. Yeah, that's 20. 5, 10. Yeah, let's make all of it. I don't care. Should be working just fine. This is not great. 71. It's building up. Slowly building up. And that's okay, but it's worrying. Let's put it like that. It's worrying. $45 slag. Good lord. Now that's almost full. Let's clean that out. Just to be safe. Now this wanted some... Right. That. And I need the inserters to deal with that. I have 2. I need another 3. So I need more iron. 1, 2, 3. Let's drop that. Okay, great. And let's go back to making some cellulose pulp. And I think I'll just turn that into... right into wooden boards. Right into wooden boards. Good. This works, and I can actually just place them. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Nope. Just like that. Good. Oh, you don't have a water connection yet. Ah, boy. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm really not. Whatever. 1, 2, 3. Right. And this can go away. And be done after. Right. Where's that single belt come from? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Ah, I didn't put in that top-up valve. Now this way we can see this is full and this is not quite full. But it's basically full enough. And that way we can always run this machine because the mineralized water is being used up at a crazy speed. And the purified water is not blocking this machine ever. So that's how that works. Right. What did I want to do? Right, underground pipe. There, that's an underground pipe. Hi, do that. Now these are working. That kind of fixes power in a way. Something, just a bit, blah blah. Right. of these into wooden boards. Because I need wooden boards. I don't have any use for paper right now. Any use for paper whatsoever. Here. Yeah. I figured. This could use some circuit magic, but I don't think I have the ability. Yeah, no, I can't do circuit magic just yet. What do we need for circuit magic? Oh boy. Yeah, that's green science. Oh lord. Yeah, okay, great. That's a bit off. That's quite a ways off, in fact. Okay. Good, now with that out of the way, I think I want to... What do I want to do? Make space for some more algae. More algae! Fine. No, like that. Yeah, it's just gone. Like instantly gone. Great. 62. See, that one's going down, which is a problem. I don't want it to go down. I need it to go up. So that's the right call currently. Now this should have the same dimensions. Yep, that works. Good. Great. Great. Do that. Do that. Give me that. Give me these. More landfill. That's basically the next thing we can do, is to use the stone from here directly for landfill instead of just this weird madness around strange things. Right. We can also just shift this one around. Yeah, this one's not going down. We're not using up all that much of it. Just because we have only a single filtration unit and it's fairly limited in what it can do. But, and this is the great thing, should we need some other material, we can now produce it. And that's gonna be extremely useful for electronics. Alright, because this needs a basic electronic board, and basic electronic boards need basic electronic components, and those need, well, tin, copper wire and carbon. And tin copper wire needs tin, as the name implies, and we don't have any tin right now, and we don't produce any carbon right now. Also, making a basic electronic board needs solder, and solder needs, well, tin and lead in the current state of the game. There's later gonna be some interesting recipes, but currently it's tin and lead. And tin and lead we get from, well, a different resource than the ones we've been currently handling. So that's gonna be fun, right? That's gonna be fun. Okay. So, what do I have on my stuff? This one's done. More green algae. Yes. Yes. More green algae. Moving solar power. Yes, all of that makes sense. To do at some point scalable resource production, geode processing. Oh no, I don't know when I gonna. Hang on. This I need to check. Geode. That is washing 2, which is gonna be green science. And it's the first green science that I want to do. It's literally the first. Oh, and I can't. Oh, good lord. So that's 75, 30. That's 105 green science that we need for geode processing. This is an incredibly useful recipe for generating mineral sludge. And I think I may need, right, okay, electrochemics lab. It's gonna take a while. I think in earliest 3 episodes we might be able to get to that. It's one of the annoying things about making something in such an episodic format. Right. Now that we do have advanced copper smelting, do I want bronze smelting? Do I? I have all these light ones available. This one's not gonna be possible. Advanced mechanical refinement. I don't want to deal with iron just with manganese just yet. But those I'm gonna need. Oh, but this is no way. Okay, that's just crushing and sorting the crushed stuff. Yeah, that might actually be nice. Warehouses are great because they have a large surface area, quote unquote, to get inserters off from. And I'm not sure what I want to do with these just yet. Advanced lead smelting would be an option. Logistics would also be an option that gets us to yellow belts. But those need tin plates, and we don't have any tin production just yet, so that's not gonna be useful right now. Cement processing could be interesting. Nah. I think I'm gonna need electronics assembling machines. Alright. Not too keen on getting that because everything that follows is just lights, right? It's just lights. And everything after that is blocked behind green signs, so it doesn't make all that much sense, and I'm not using lights in the first place. Military, we don't have any enemies right now. They're gonna come, they're gonna show up there on the corner of the map, we can see it. But we don't have any need for that right now. Oh boy. Yeah, everything that follows here is also locked behind a different sign, and I don't think I need any of that right now. Steam engine 2 might be interesting. Where was the better coal? Oh, that's also locked behind green. Good lord. Good lord. That's a lot. That's a lot. And if I want to get to here, I'm gonna need logistics. That seems quite reasonable, actually. No, I think I'll look into farming. Because with a bit of luck... Yeah, basic farms can do things, and with those I can maybe produce power things at a reduced cost. Not sure just yet. I'm gonna need farming before I can do anything with trees either way, so that's okay. Lead smelting is gonna be... Well, lead ingots are gonna be needed for advanced solar, right? Lead and tin. That would be interesting. I think I'll just do farming one and then we'll see. It's all... I'm trying to figure out the quickest route. That's the whole issue here. Wow, that's a lot. Hi. Take some of this, just some, and I'm gonna check how many things I can do with that. Yeah, I figured it would be expensive. Right. That's just, the problem is that it's necessary, so I have to do it either way, so might as well do it, that's for sure. Right. So now that we got this out of the way, come on. The next thing I think I want to do, we're still producing some of that, but it's probably notably less. Thing that I want to do is it's still gonna be power as usual, I think. So next episode is probably gonna be dealing with various power issues. Nice. And taking this mess, copy. Right, this one goes there. And can I have? I can. How nice. Can I have this? Build this. Build this. But I put it up there, I put it here. And that looks nicer. Just a tiny bit nicer. Good. And here we go. Nope, don't do that yet. I need the chests. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 inserters. Which is 18 iron. Let's see whether we got that sitting around. If we do, I'm gonna build it, and if we don't, I'm not. It's perfect. 5, 6 inserters. Right. Okay. God damn it. It's weird how that only works one way around. Ah, that's the trick. Okay, sure. Give me this inserter, this inserter, this inserter, and these 2 inserters in this one. Why is that one? It's just weird. Whatever. Good. Now, with the additional power that we are just generating, and considering that this is still declining, which is not great, but apparently this is backing up. How the hell is that backing up? Shouldn't they have the same production speed? Maybe I miscalculated something. Well, that's something I gotta figure out next episode, I guess. Thank you for watching. See you next time in this horrible, horrible madness.